Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so today I will discuss some more graphs of functions like last lecture. Okay, so let me start from here. See this trigonometric function. Okay, so trigonometric function yani sine x, cosine x, tangent x, cotangent x, sec x, cosec x. These are all trigonometric functions. Okay, so you can see here fx is sin x. Okay, so this is the Rasambayani. This is the Rasambayani of sin x. Okay, you have to remember here. And fx is cosine x. Okay, this is the Rasambayani. This is the Rasambayani of cosine x. So remember this: sin x and cosine x. And here the domain of sine and cosine x is this. Domain of sine x is this minus infinity to infinity, yani set of all real numbers, kullu rakam hakiki. And the range is closed interval this. Range hada bas. Closed interval. Domain of sine and cosine, this one, minus infinity to infinity, and the range is this, minus 1 to 1, closed interval minus 1 to 1. Okay, remember this only. Now come to this last lecture I discussed, this one, new functions from old functions. I discussed this last lecture. Okay, so here kanun maujud. Last lecture I gave you the examples. Okay, when function goes upside, when function goes downside, when function goes right, when function goes left. Okay, and when function reflect about x-axis, and when function reflect about y-axis. Last lecture I discussed all. Okay, so here see the kanun maujud here. What transformation of functions. Okay, vertical and horizontal shifts. Last lecture I explained this. Okay, so if here see this, if here fx plus c, if plus c any number, زائد اثنين زائد ثلاثة زائد خمسة, then upward, upside, come unit, c units, upward. Okay, upside. If plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, then upside. Last lecture I told you. Here if minus c, see here kanun maujud, y is fx minus c. If minus c, then shift the graph c units down. If salib ithnain, salib talata, okay, salib arba, salib khamsa, then downwards. If minus 2, then 2 units downward. If minus 3, then 3 units downward, downside. Okay, tahat. And this also I explained, fx x minus c. If minus 2 jua, minus 3 jua, okay. If salib ithnain, salib talata, maujud jua, then function goes right side. I mean c units to the right. This also explained. And if here y is fx plus c, if plus 2 plus 3, c any hada, c any number, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, like that. So last lecture I told you, if plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 maujud jua inside, then function, if plus maujud, then function goes shift, then function shift left side, left, so far left. Okay, c units to the left. Okay, Last lecture I explained these all, right? These are the kanun. These are the rules. So last lecture I explained this. Okay. Now look this one. Vertical and horizontal stretching and deflection. Last lecture I told this. Y equal to if minus मौजूद अव्वल minus x तरबिया minus जदर x, okay, then reflects about the x-axis, reflect the graph about x-axis. Last lecture I told you, if सालिब x तरबिया सालिब जदर x मौजूद, then function downwards, reflects about y-axis, x-axis, right? And last lecture I told you, if सालिब x मौजूद जुआ, सुफिना सालिब x मौजूद जुआ inside, then function reflects about y-axis, okay, about y-axis. So last lecture I explained this, right? So now look over here today, this one, see this point, y, if here look, if you have this, last lecture I told you, if you have this function fx equal to jadar x, okay, fx equal to jadar x, then you know so we are near this start from here that start from here like that, okay. Here मौजूद jadar x मौजूद here, see this one jadar x आधा, right, this is some bearing, okay. But if you take here fx युसावी इतनेन दर्ब जदर x आधा, then what will happen, दर्ब यानी आधा, look in मौजूद c दर्ब fx, c यानी नंबर, c यानी रकम हकीकी, c दर्ब fx यानी c may be 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, like that, okay. So if I take here c yusawi 2 दर्ब hada, 2 दर्ब jadar x, then what will happen? Stretch the graph of function vertically by a factor of c. Vertically, graph will be like that, okay. See here, graph will be, see here मौजूद graph this way, and here graph from here upside stretch like that, upside stretch like that, like that. See here and see here. If divide, multiply by 2, then what will happen? Fog, graph will stretch the graph vertically by a factor of c. If multiply by 2, multiply by 3, then graph will go this upside, stretch like that. This side stretch, this side stretch by factor of 2, this side. Look here, अव्वल hada jadar x, okay. So if 2 darb x in this, going upside from here to here like that, from here to this side stretch like that. This is the meaning. Here मौजूद, look over here, मौजूद y इसावी 2 darb x, so y इसावी जदर x ही ना, जदर x hada, look, and you side y इसावी 2 darb x यानी hada, so going upside, stretching, this is called stretching upwards, okay. So last lecture I explained these questions. Example 1, see the graph of रस्म बयानी of y इसावी जदर x, रस्म बयानी of y इसावी जदर x minus 2, y इसावी जदर x minus 2 and y يساوي سالب جذر x. y يساوي 2 ضرب جذر x and y يساوي جذر سالب x. Okay, this all explained last lecture. Okay, جذر x يعني هذا and جذر x y يساوي جذر x and بعدين برا سالب اثنين means جوا 2 points. So شوف هذا جوا 2 point. Start from here 2 point جوا and هنا y يساوي جذر x minus 2. Here minus 2 موجود جوا minus 2 موجود هنا جوا. Okay, موجود سالب يعني يمين 2 point. شوف هذا يمين 2 point. Okay, and here y يساوي سالب جذر x. سالب جذر x يعني reflection. I told you downside downwards. أول موجود سالب then نفس الرسم بيعني downside هذا. Okay, and here if ضرب 2 ضرب جذر x 2 ضرب جذر x. So جذر x هذا and 2 ضرب جذر x this one. See, is upside. And here number f y يساوي جذر سالب x. If سالب x موجود جوا جذر سالب x then reflection about y axis جذر x هذا and جذر سالب x هذا going this way, going here. See this. Last lecture I explained these all. Okay. Now here some more points. Y يساوي 1 by CFX compress the graph vertically. Okay. And here CX compress the graph horizontally. Right. And Y يساوي F X ala C stretch the graph horizontally by a factor C. Okay. So just remember the rules. Now come over here. See this example. Example number 2. Sketch the graph of function fx يساوي x تربيع plus 6x plus 10. Right? So just you know here मौजूद x तर्बिया plus 6x plus 10. Okay, so this x तर्बिया plus 6x plus 10 x तर्बिया plus 6x plus 10 you can write this way x plus talata तर्बिया and zayad 1 hada same. Okay, and then you can draw the rasam bayani. You can write this. How to write this? X square plus 6x plus 10. Okay, let me explain this. How to write this? X plus 3 I will explain here. Say this one. If you have this function, this fx equal to x तर्बिया plus 6x and plus 10. Okay, how to draw the rasam bayani? How to draw the graph of this function? This is the question. Okay, graph of this function. So you can write here. See this. I am explaining this. This function you can change like that. It is called completing the square. Okay. Now look what to do here. See hada hina mawjud hada 6. 6 मौजूद, राइट. सो 6 तकसीम इतनेन, 6 तकसीम इतनेन कम इजी तलाता, यस इजी 3 इजी तलाता. Okay, and then what to do? This talata, seal talata tarbiya savi kam tissa, talata tarbiya savi tissa, right. Then what to do here? Look what I'm doing here. X here plus 6x, okay, plus this tissa zayed here, 1 time tissa zayed, okay, 1 time tissa zayed, and plus here मौजूद अशरफिना, अशरा मौजूद अव्वल, and so here tissa zayed and tissa baden hina salib, tissa zayed and tissa salib. Do this, see this, what I did. hina मौजूद sitta, sitta ala itnain इजी talata, and baden talata tarbiya इजी tissa. So tissa hina zayed, 1 time zayed. So when zayed, lazim hina salib also. Zayed, so lazim hina salib also. Okay, right? Because zayed tissa and salib tissa, khalas. Bagi kam x tarbiya plus 6x plus ashra. No change. So 1 time zayed and 1 time salib. And baden, so what to do? Baden from here to here. From here to here. Hada. Seal together. Okay, right. So this equal to come easy here, x tarbiya plus 6x plus 9. Hada kamil seal together this way here, and plus hina mawjood hada ashra and salib tissa, this is 1 easy 1. Okay, after that what to do? After that use this kanun. Baden hada x plus x tarbiya plus sitta x, hada shuf hada x tarbiya plus sitta x plus tissa, hada kam, hada x plus talata x plus tarbiya, hada x plus talata tarbiya, and hina mawjud plus 1. So hada kaf x plus talata tarbiya kaf. See this, see the rule here. I'm writing the rule here. See this here, writing the rule. A zayed B tarbiya isawi kam, A tarbiya zayed itnain darb A B zayed B tarbiya, hada kanun. Okay, so hada uktub, so hada x plus talata tarbiya, if hina uktub x plus talata tarbiya. So come easy, x plus talata tarbiya yani hina A yusawi x. Look here, A yusawi x and B yusawi kam talata. So uktub hina mawjud A tarbiya yani A yusawi x and B yusawi talata. So hina A tarbiya, use this kanun. A tarbiya yani x tarbiya plus and plus itnain darb kam A B, A yani x darb 3, B yani talata, and plus yes, and plus B tarbiya yani what? Talata tarbiya yani tissa. So hada kam iji, yes, x tarbiya plus 2 ضرب 3 6 6x and plus 9. Look here, and this is come here x plus 3 x plus. So x plus 3 तरबिया यानी what? x plus 3 तरबिया यानी x plus 3 कामिल तरबिया यानी हादा x तरबिया plus 6x plus 9. Okay, so this you can write x तरबिया plus 6x plus 9. You can write this way, x plus talata तरबिया and hina मौजूद plus 1. Right? So you by this way completing square. Okay, so hada kullo x tarbiya plus 6x plus 10 easy hada. Okay, and then easy hada, you know the rasam bayani. How to find rasam bayani? Hina mawjood. See the rasam bayani of this. Hina come. So fada hina plus talata jua. Plus talata where? Jua. And hina tarbiya mawjood. And plus talata mawjood jua. So come point left, 3 point left here. So 1, 2 and 3. 3 point left. And baden hada mawjood plus wahid. Shayad wahid. So 3 point left and 1 point up. Yes, 1 point up here. Here. So from here, this is the rasam bayani. This is the rasam bayani. Like that. Okay. This is the rasam bayani. 3 point left and 1 point forward. So if this type of function mawjood, first you have to change like this, using this rule, using this kanun, and then draw the rasam bayani like that. Okay, so come over here in the file. Say this one. So here मौजूद x square plus 6x plus 10 isawi x plus talata tarbiya plus 1. Okay, and how to change this I told you. After that, the sign of this 3 point left. 3 point left. Look here. Hada x tarbiya and x. Hada, what is this? X plus 3 tarbiya and zayed hina 1. Okay, so hina plus 3 मौजूद जुआ. So plus 3 यानी minus 3 point left yasar and plus 1 yani 1.4 yani hada 1.4 milhina, and from here this is the rasam bayani, hada rasam bayani. Okay, this way. Okay, so now look over here. After that, this question, sketch the graph of the following functions. Hada mawjood x tarbiya minus 4x plus 1, same type, use the same kanun like that, and then draw the rasam bayani. Okay, so don't worry about this. In the exam may be easy like this, hada easy in the exam, inshallah. In the exam may be easy hada alatul, okay, easy hada alatul, not like this, mafi hada, easy hada alatul. Then you can draw the graph, right? I don't know this is important or not, but if easy in the exam, easy like that, alatul. If this easy, then problem for you, how to make complete square. And if hada easy alatul, then you can draw the graph easily, right? and if easy هذا then change like that. You know how to change. I told you how to change. I explained the rule. Okay. Now come to this point. Next point, arithmetic operations on functions. Here some कानून मौजूद. Look, remember this. f plus gx يساوي fx plus gx. f plus g, if there are two functions, one function f and tani function g, then how to zayed two function f plus g x يساوي fx plus gx. Remember this. And if here salib मौजूद, f salib gx يساوي fx salib gx. Okay. And if darb मौजूद, two function f darb g x equal to fx darb gx. And if तकसीम मौजूद, f आला gx يساوي fx आला gx. Remember this. Okay. But هنا this هنا लाजिम g तहत function तहत माफी सिफर, هنا लाजिम तहत माफी सिफर. Okay. This तहत function هذا gx माफी सिफर, मुख्तलिफ min सिफर. Okay. So remember this कानून. f plus gx يساوي fx plus gx. f salib g x يساوي f of x. Yes, distribute like that, salib gx. And f darb gx يساوي fx darb gx. And fx ala gx يعني هذا fx ala gx. Okay. Now find the domain. The important point is here how to find the domain. Domain of f plus g, domain of f minus g, and domain of f darb g. Okay. So how to find domain? See, the domain of f plus g, domain of f minus g, and domain of fg is the intersection of the domain of f and domain of g. Mushtarak of domain of f and domain of g. So look, domain of f plus g and domain of f minus g and domain of f darb g. هذا ثلاثة domain same, ما في مختلف. Domain of f plus g, domain of f minus g, domain of f darb g same, ما في مختلف. बस domain هذا مختلف. Domain of f ala g is the intersection of fg, f and g excluding the point तहत माफी सिफर, excluding the point where g يساوي सिफर. Okay. So what is the meaning domain of f plus g? Let me explain here. See this. Look over here. Domain of f plus g and domain of f minus g and domain of f darb g. Domain of f darb g. هذا كله أول find domain of f and بعدين هذا intersection مشترك domain of g. هذا قانون domain of g. So هذا ثلاثة domain of f plus g, domain of f minus g, and domain of f darb g. هذا كله same. هذا بس أول find domain of f, أول find domain of f and بعدين domain of g and بعدين seal هذا مشترك. Domain f مشترك domain g. Okay, and that is the domain of f plus g, domain of f darb minus g, and domain of f darb g. ثلاثة domain same. This one. Domain of f mushtarak domain of g. Right? Now look. Domain of here, domain of f ala g. هذا شوية change. Domain of f ala g equal to nafso. Kanun same. Domain of f mushtarak domain of g. But what is change here? The tahat function g x माफी सिफर, exclude this. तहत माफी सिफर, those values of x at which function gx is 0 exclude that point, gx माफी सिफर. So कानून same, domain of f मुश्तरक domain of g, but هذا تحت function लाजिम माफी सिफर, هذا تحت function هذا लाजिम माफी सिफर. This is the difference. Okay, so now let me find the domain of, see this example. But remember here कानून, domain of f plus g, domain of f minus g, domain of f दर g. هذا كله domain of f मुश्तरक domain of g, and here domain of f ala g, domain of f मुश्तरक domain of g, intersection, but तहत function माफी सिफर. This is the difference. Let me solve this question. Let fx يساوي جذر x and gx يساوي جذر 2 minus x. हाँ तलाता domain same. Domain f plus g, domain f minus g, domain f ضرب g. هذا तलाता same. Okay. बस هذا मुख्तलिफ. f على g मुख्तलिफ सोइया. Because तहत सुब तहत लाजिम माफी सिफर. तहत function लाजिम माफी सिफर. कानून same, but तहत लाजिम माफी सिफर. But talata domain f plus g, f minus g, and g. Talata domain same. And what is that? This kanun here mojud. Okay. Now look, see the question, then it will be clear. Here mojud function fx isavi jadar x and function gx isavi jadar 2 minus x, and find the domain and formula for the functions f plus g, f minus g, f dar g, and f ala g. You have to find this. Okay. So look, here what? f plus gx, you know f plus gx. هذا قانون f plus gx يساوي fx زائد gx. So fx موجود هنا, fx هذا جذر x, fx جذر x here, and بعدين زائد gx. gx يعني هذا جذر 2 سالب x plus, and بعدين f سالب gx, f سالب gx. So fx سالب gx. So هذا fx, and بعدين هذا سالب, and هذا g جذر 2 minus x. No problem here. Just uktub function here. fx uktub زائد fx function fx زائد function gx. هذا ضرب f ضرب gx. यानी इस कानून function fx ضرب function gx. So function fx هذا and ضرب function gx هذا 2 minus x. So look, هنا जदर x मौजूद, हिना जदर 2 minus x मौजूद. So दर्ब हादा x दर्ब 2 यानी 2x, and x दर्ब x यानी x दर्बिया हादा. Okay. And बादेन this f ala gx, f ala gx. Okay. f ala gx इसावी fx ala gx. So fx हादा and ala gx hada jadar 2 minus x. Okay. So these are the formula. Okay. f plus gx hada, f minus g hada, f darb g hada, f ala g hada. This formula kanun finish. But then important thing is find the domain. How to find the domain? Okay. How to find the domain? So let me explain the domain here. Okay. So this kanun very simple. F plus g, f minus g, f dar g, f ala g. This no problem. But to function in a fog, in a tahat function bus. The important thing is here how to find the domain. Okay. So let me explain the domain. Right. So let me explain the domain. So domain here, explain another paper, and then I will show you. Let me explain the domain here. Look here. Let me explain the domain here. Okay. See the function here. Good. Look here. Fx plus gx equal to is this. Either x and plus z minus x. Right? Then how to find the domain of f plus g? So अव्वल find domain of fx, and बाद में find domain of gx. So fx هذا, okay, and هنا gx هذا, right? So अव्वल find domain of this जदर x, domain of f, and बाद में find domain of this जदर 2x. So how to find the domain of x? Look, fx يساوي هذا, fx هذا and gx هذا. Okay, so find the domain of. So let me find. هنا जदर x मौजूद. So I told you what is the कानून of जदर x. How to find the domain of जदर x. जदर x यानी what? So जुआ मौजूद कम x. So here x अकबर इसावी मीन सिफर. This is the rule. जदर x यानी x अकबर इसावी मीन सिफर. And what is the meaning of this? x अकबर इसावी मीन सिफर यानी x इसावी सिफर and x अकबर सिफर. x इसावी सिफर هذا and x अकबर मीन सिफर यानी موجب infinity هذا. Right? So this is the domain of function f. Domain of function f equal to this 0 ila this موجب infinity. Okay. Now come over here. Jadar 2 minus x. Hina मौजूद जुआ 2 minus x. So take this 2 minus x. Same कानून. अकबर इसावी मीन सिफर. I told you last lecture. If जदर मौजूद, what is कानून? Sub जुआ and seal अकबर इसावी मीन सिफर. बादन हल हादा 2 अकबर इसावी हिना मौजूद सालिब x. So सालिब x seal yamin. This will be मोजब x हादा. Right? So what is the meaning of this? This means x akbar asgar isawi means 2. This is the meaning. Hada and hada same. Right? This means what? What is the meaning? X isawi 2 and x asgar mean 2. Asgar mean 2 yani yasar. X isawi 2 here and x asgar mean 2 yani yasar up to here. Right? So domain of G equal to this minus infinity ila itnen. Other domain of G. So अव्वल find domain of this G यानी जदर x. But then find domain of अव्वल find domain f यानी this जदर x and G यानी this जदर 2 minus x. So domain of this अव्वल and बाद then domain of this G. Okay. So domain of f is هذا. Domain of f. Yes, sorry, you're too close. You are right. I'm so sorry. You are too close. Too close here. Right? Too close yani too मौजूद. Right? Now, how to find the domain of f hala kamil. Domain of f zayed g. Domain of f zayed g. Bisawi, you know this kanun. Domain of f and mustarak domain of g. Domain of f mustarak domain of g. Come easy hada. How to find? See this. Let me write here. Domain of f, this one. Seal mustarak. How to take mustarak? Domain of f is here. Domain of f is here. 0 to मोजब infinity. Ada 0 मोजब infinity here. Mojav infinity. Other domain of f. Okay. and domain of G. See the domain of G. Domain of G هذا. Where to where domain of G? Domain of G this. सालिब infinity إلى इतने. So up to here. هنا موجود इतने. From here to here. सालिब infinity. सालिब infinity إلى इतने هذا. هذا domain of G. This one. Right? And بعدين still مشترك. بعدين still مشترك. 0 to come. مشترك come. Tell me. مشترك هذا. From here. Domain of F start here. So here from here. هذا and هنا domain of G आखिर هذا 2. هذا. Yes. So مشترك from here to here. هذا مشترك. هذا مشترك. From where to where? 0 to 2. Closed interval 0 to 2. So this equal to domain of this equal to here 0 to 2. This is the domain of F plus G. Mushtarak. Okay. Domain of F from here to here. Hada. And domain of G from here to here. Here to here. Bas. So mushtarak what? Mushtarak this. Mushtarak this. Hada and Hada mushtarak. Right? So 0 to 2. Domain of F ala G. F. Domain of F plus G equal to 0 to 2. So now, you know the one domain of F plus G. But then, domain of F salib G, domain of F darb G, are the same. No change. Okay? So, domain of F salib G, okay? And domain of F darb G, are the same. Same domain, 0 to 2. Right? 0 to 2. So, talata domain same. F plus G, F darb G, and F salib G. Same domain. So, we have mukhtalif domain of F ala G. See, what is the change? Domain of F ala G. Let me explain. Domain of F ala G. What is change here? So, you know this mawjud formula. Fx ala Gx. Fx ala Gx. मौजूद हादा fx यानी जदर x and here 2 minus x. See this. Here what? If you see here, شوف تحت लाजिम x माफी सिर्फ माफी इतनेन, तहत लाजिम x माफी इतनेन. If in a x मौजूद इतनेन, then what will happen? fx ala gx इसावी this. जदर x ala जदर इतनेन सालिब x. If तहत मौजूद x इसावी 2, then what will be happen? 2 salib 2 0. तहत is 0. So hina लाजिम x माफी 2. लाजिम x माफी 2. So domain of F ala G. Same kanun this. Domain of F ala domain of G. And anta malum. Domain of F ala G come easy. Easy this. 0 to come. 0 to 2. 0 to 2. Same. But hina lajim x mafi 2. X mafi 2. So 2 here open. 2 open. Open yani 2 mafi mojud. Open yani hada x mafi 2. Yes. This open. This is the difference. Now see this. Domain of F plus G, domain of F minus G, and domain of F dar G. Hada kamil, kullo domain hada 0 to 2. Hina mawjud close yani 2 mawjud. But here F आला जी here 2 माफी मौजूद here. If 2 मौजूद then hina मुश्किलात तहत is 0. So 2 माफी मौजूद. Hina close but hina आला जी यानी hina seal open. 2 माफी मौजूद hina बस other difference. See this. Do you understand? Yes, right. So هذا difference बस. Hina seal open. Shuf तहत the number for which तहत is 0 that number class माफी मौजूद hina. So هذا open बस. This is the difference. Right? So this is domain. This will find the domain of a plus. Remember the rules. Okay. So here see this one. Here. See this. Domain of f plus g, f minus g, f darb g, is hada 0 to 2. See, seal mushtarak intersection. Hina written union, hada mafi union intersection. Hina hada intersection. Okay, 0 to 2, right? And domain of f ala g, domain of f ala 0 to 2, hina open. So hada hina open. Okay, and how to find? I told you, right? Yes. So today I will stop here. If any question, then ask me. I will upload Baden. First you this kullo maujood on the blackboard, this lecture. Try to understand by yourself, study. Baden inshallah I will upload. Okay. Okay. So thank you for joining today.